this lecture for us to become C and Corporation, we will be dealing with Module 3, that is Basic Algebra. Here we will be dealing with Calculus. So, in Calculus, we will be focusing about function. So, we can define a function as something that receives input. We can define function as it receives an input. It receives an input to produce definite output. Produce a definite output. Produce a definite output. So the general meaning of a function means which receives an input to produce a definite output. For example, we can consider an example function. We can consider an example function as f of x, and I am saying this function is to square a particular number. So the function used is to square a particular number. So I am going to give some input. So this is our input. This is the input. So I'll be giving some input to the particular function f of x to give some output. So the function receives an input to produce a definite output. For example, the input consists of 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the input. So whenever these inputs are going through the function, we will be finding what is f of 1. So if it is f of 1, we need to substitute the value of x as 1. So 1 square, the corresponding output will be 1. Then if it is f of 2, means it is 2 square, the value will be 4. If it is f of 3, means it is 3 square, the value will be 9. And the last is f of 4, means it is 4 square, that is 60. So we have applied a function using a particular input, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this input is substituted with the value ranging from 1 to 4 in this function, and we have obtained an output as 1, 4, 9 and 6. Okay. Now next we will be dealing with the function notation. What do you mean by function notation? So function notation means function notation. Suppose there is a function f of x is equal to 2x plus 1. So here f means the name of the function. F is name of the function. And this x means it is the input. And this 2x plus 2 means it is the corresponding output. Okay, here f of x, f means name of the function, x is the input value and 2x plus 2 is the output value. So if we considered y is equal to f of x, which is equal to 2x plus 2, if I am finding the value, I am putting the value x as 0, the corresponding output will be 2. If it is f of 1 means the value of x is 1. So 2 into 1 plus 2, which is nothing but 4. So the corresponding input values are 0 and 1. These are the input, and the corresponding output are 2 and 4. When it is 0 means value will be 2. When it is 1 means value will be 4. So this is what a function notation is. So f means the name of the function, x is the input value, and the corresponding output value means the y value, that is 2 and 4. We can represent that in the form of x, y. X means the domain value and y means the range value. So we can say that x are domain value and range, the corresponding y values are the output value. So if the value of x is 0 means the corresponding range is 2. If the value of x is 1 means the corresponding range value is 4. So this is how the particular function is defined. So x is considered as the input and y is considered as the output or the corresponding range. Now let's see what is domain and range of a function. Domain and range of a function. What do you mean by domain and range of a function? Range of a function. In simple sentence, we can define domain as set of all input value. All input values are called domain, and range means set of all output values. Okay, set of all input values are domain and set of all output values are range. For example, let's consider an example. Y is equal to f of x, which is equal to x plus 1. We need to find the value f of, what is the value of f of 0, f of 1, f of half. Okay, so at first we'll write f of x is equal to x plus 1. When we are asked to find f of 0 means substitute the value of 0 over here. So we get the value as 1. Then if we are asked to find f of 1, substitute the value of x as 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Then if it is f of half means half plus 1, which is 3 by 2. Okay. Now, if we are asked to find the domain and range of a particular value, means if f is equal to suppose a function f of x is equal to x square if x is even and x plus 2 if x is odd. We need to find the domain and range. So we are given a function f that is x square if the corresponding value of x is even and x plus 2 if corresponding value as odd. So if I am finding f of 0, f of 1 f of 2 and f of 4. So if it is f of 0 means it is an even number. So I'll substitute in x square. So 0 square, that is 0. Then f of 1 means it is an odd number. So I'll substitute in value x plus 1. So it will be 1 plus 2, that is 3. Then f of 2 is equal to 2 square, which is 4, and f of 4 is equal to 4 square, that is 16. So corresponding domain will be 0, 1, 2 and 4. The corresponding range is the corresponding output value, that is 0, 3, 4 and 16. So set of all input values are domain and set of output are range. So the corresponding output we obtained is 0, 3, 4 and 16. Now let's move in detail about what we are going to learn. So a function f consists of inputs and set of outputs and a rule for assigning each input to corresponding in one output. As we have mentioned earlier, we have an input given to a particular function to obtain corresponding output. So here f of x defines x plus 1 and we are given a set of input, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. The corresponding output will be 2, 3, 4 and 5, because f of 1 is equal to 1 plus 1, that is 2. F of 2 is equal to 2 plus 1, that is 3. F of 3 is equal to 3 plus 1, which is 4, and f of 4 is equal to 4 plus 1, which is equal to 5. So these are corresponding domain and this is the range of the particular function, and the corresponding function f of x has a rule which is x plus 1. Okay, so a function f consists of set of input, that is 1, 2, 3, and we got a set of output, that is 2, 3, 4, by assigning a particular rule, that is x plus 1. So the set of input is called domain of the function and the obtained output is called range of the function. Domain of the function and range of the function. So set of all inputs are called domain and set of all outputs are called range of the function. Now let's see some of the examples. Here we are given if f of x is equal to 4x square minus 3x plus 5, we are asked to find the value of f of minus 1, f of 0 and f of half. So whenever we get this question, what we have to do is we write what is f of x. So here it is given f of x as 4x square minus 3x plus 5. This is our function. Now we are to find what is f of minus 1. So write f of minus 1. Now what we have to do is we need to substitute the minus 1 value in all the x. So 4 into minus 1 square minus 3 into minus 1 plus 5, which is 4 plus 3 plus 5, that is 7 plus 5, 12. This is the answer for f minus 1. Now the second question is second question is what is f of 0. So instead of putting in we need to substitute the value of x as 0. So 4 into 0 square minus 3 into 0 plus 5, the value will be 5. And third question, we need to find what is f of half. So 4 into 1 by 2 square minus 3 into 1 by 2 plus 5, which is nothing but 1 minus 3 by 2 plus 5, which is nothing but 6 minus 3 by 2, that is 9 by 2. So if the value of f of half is 9 by 2, f of 0 is 5 and f of minus 1 is 2 in substituting in this particular function. Now we are given a function which is f of x is 3 plus 1 and the value of range, the value of corresponding x value is given over here. So the value of x is ranging from minus 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1, which means that the value of x will be in the range minus 2, minus 1, 0 and 1. So these are the values of the corresponding x. So what we have to do is we have given a function f of x, that is 3x plus 1, and we need to substitute the value of x as minus 2, minus 1, 0 and 1. So f of minus 2 is equal to 3 into minus 2 plus 1, which is minus 6 plus 1 is equal to minus 5. And f of minus 1 means 3 into minus 1 plus 1, that is minus 3 plus 1 is equal to minus 2. Now f of 0 is equal to 3 into 0 plus 1, that is 1, and f of 1 is equal to 3 into 1 plus 1, that is 4. So domain means is minus 2, minus 1, 0 and 1, and the corresponding range value means the output value, that is minus 5, minus 2, 1 and 4. Okay, whenever this limit given, we need to find the value of x which lies between minus 2 to 1. Okay, from this we need to find the corresponding range. Now here we have given an f of x with a particular condition that when x greater than or equal to 0, and then second condition works if when x is less than 0. So first, x greater than or equal to 0, we need to apply the equation x plus 2, or if x less than 0, we need to apply 4x plus 1. So less than 0 means it will be always negative numbers. Less than 0 means it will be always a negative number. So, and if it is x greater than or equal to 0 means it will be a positive number. So we need to find what is f of 0. So f of 0 means it comes under this. So we need to find f of x in this equation, that is x plus 2. So substituting f of 0 over here, 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Now f of half. F of half means it is greater than or equal to 0. So f of x will be x plus 2. So f of half is equal to half plus 2, that is 5 by 2. That is 5 by 2. Now, f of minus half. F of minus half means it comes under the second equation. That is, if it is less than 0 means 4x plus 1. So, the value of f of x will be equated using the next equation, that is 4x plus 1. So, substituting minus half over here. So, 4 into minus half plus 1, that is minus 2 plus 1 is equal to minus 1. Now, after minus half, we are asked to find what is f of 3 by 2. So, it comes under the function f of x is equal to x plus 2. So, f of 3 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2 plus 2, which is 7 by 2. Then f of minus 3 by 2, which is a less than 0 value. So, f of x is equal to 4x plus 1. F of minus 3 by 2 is equal to 4 minus 3 by 2 plus 1, which is equal to minus 6 plus 1 is equal to minus 5. So, we got the equation by applying the condition. So, whenever corresponding x greater than or equal to 0, we need to apply this equation, and if it is less than 0 means, always think when it is less than 0 means it will be a negative value. So, minus half and minus 3 by 2 comes under the equation 4x plus 1. Moving on to the next type of question. Please be cautioned, there is a change in the question. The question has to be a question. If f of x is 3 plus x, if the value ranges from minus 3 to less than 0. Minus 3 to less than 0 means 0 will not be included, only the negative numbers will be there. Like minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, but not 0. And 3 minus x. 3 minus x only if it ranges from 0 to 0, 1, 2, and it will not include 3. It will be 0, 1 and 2 or maximum up to 2.99. And if it is x minus 3, if the value ranges from 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6. Kindly note the change. It should be 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6. If this expression has to be worked out. So, if x minus 3 has to work, it should be between 3 to 6. And if our function is f of minus 4, that is if x is equal to minus 4, there is no condition. So, it is it ranges from minus 3 to maximum of 6. So, this condition is not mentioned, so it is not defined. It is not defined. Now, if the condition is f of 3 means we need to apply in this function, that is the third case, x minus 3. X minus 3 means the value of x will be ranging from 3 to 6. So, we will apply that in this function f of x is equal to x minus 3. So, value of 3 will be 0. F of 3 will be f of 3 is equal to 3 minus 3, which is 0. We cannot find f of minus 4 because minus 4 is not defined in this range, and f of 3 will be evaluating with the help of x minus 3 equation. Now, the second question was to find the domain and range of this particular f of x. So, from this, we need to find the set of all input value. So, the minimum input value for the particular domain is ranging from minus 3 to 6. Minus 3 to 6 is the domain range. If this is the domain range, then what? If this is the domain, then the corresponding range will be evaluated using the function. So if it is minus 3 means we will substitute in this function f of x is equal to 3 plus x. So f of minus 3 is equal to 3 plus minus 3, which is 0. So this will be our corresponding range value. Then the maximum value of this particular equation is 6. If it is 6 means it should apply the function f of x is equal to x minus 3. So f of 6 is equal to 6 minus 3, which is 3. So the range value over here is 0 to 3 is our range, and the domain is minus 3 to 6. So domain is the all input values, and range means all output values. So here the domain value, minimum input value is minus 3 to 6. Minus 3 to 6. If 6 is not there, we will not be able to find the range value. So we substitute 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6. There is a change, please note. And we evaluated the function with respect to this, and we got the range value as 0 and 3. So the range of f of x is 0 to 3, and the corresponding domain value is minus 3 to 6. In the next class we will deal with graph of a function.